husband and I decided to get chickens 3 years ago, and these are a few things I wish we would have thought about before we got them. One thing that I knew, because so many people had told me, but I just didn't understand, is that chickens are disgusting. When I say disgusting, I mean very, very gross. And even as much as I love my chickie girls, look at them follow me around, it's so cute. I wish, this might be controversial to say, but I wish we would have built a run for them. So we do have this great little chicken area, which I'm super thankful for because the fence keeps the dogs out. But the chickens themselves hop the fence all the time, which has really caused a problem in my patio area. The bottom line is wherever chickens wander, you'll know they were there because they leave behind some really special little presents, if you know what I mean. And if you have a patio that you don't want your chickens on, there's no way to keep them off of it. So if you want to keep them in your backyard, like we have a fenced in backyard and they're back here with us, you might want to consider building a run for them to hang out in, and then you can open it periodically throughout the day so they can free range. If you do have an outdoor garden already, make sure you get some chicken wire and put it up around your garden because the chickens will get in there and eat everything. There's a lot of things about our coop we would change, and we might be building a new one this summer, but one thing you might want to consider is with your nesting boxes, you want to make them so they're not accessible all the time. You actually want to have it up a little bit higher so the chickens have to have a reason to go into the nesting box to lay the eggs, that they don't hang out in the nesting box all day and they don't kick around stuff into the nesting box. If you look here, this is why our nesting boxes often don't have padding in it and are sometimes super dirty, is because they're lower and the chickens can kind of hang out in there all day long. Making the nesting box more intentional makes the chicken have to have a reason to go in there and keep your eggs clean. And this is the little coop we actually started with because we had 4 bantam chickens, which are the tiny little chickens. Hi! And they fit great in there because they were only like 2 months or 3 months old, and they had their own little area here, and then we could go ahead and just put them in here to run around and keep them enclosed so nothing could get them. We decided to keep this because we could put chicks in it as we integrate them into our flock, so it's been a great little extra coop to have. It's also important in your chicken area to have somewhere where chickens can hide if a hawk was to come and attack. We actually had a hawk take one of our chickens, and there's been several other attempts. One of our chickens actually survived a hawk attack, which was crazy. Make sure you have areas where chickens can actually go in and hide from the hawks. They're actually amazing hiders. We've had situations where there's been a hawk attack and we can't find chickens and thought that they were actually gone, but they were hanging out in the coop later and we realized they're hiding in our vines, or we have a tarp that hangs for them, or this area in the summer they can run in here really easily as well that's covered. So if you're considering getting chickens this spring, which I highly recommend, I hope these tips help you come up with your little chicken area and start your little chicken farm and enjoy your farm fresh eggs and all the good times you're gonna have with your chickens.